They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And this won't be enough to pick up the... A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
On the double.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Okay.
So
right.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Here we
A
go.
full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
12, 10, 6, 7. Let's go. Charge.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
We sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A give running right is Mitchell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
And Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go double down right here. Double down.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. The Broncos are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
10 cycles. Ready?
On 1st down, Lance. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On play action, Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. That's complete to Slayton. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. Lance looking to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Play action. Now Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skipped.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Taken from just outside the 30. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now, I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
2nd down and goal. Lance.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
On the ready.
Lance going to sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bronco defense comes up big. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone, loose. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And that flag accepted.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Wilson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
What? 3 yards remain for second down.
Hey, Phil.
Again, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
19. 14.
Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Lance. Got his man on the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 44, Lance. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Javon Kinlaw, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. It's complete to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And some room to maneuver. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Lance going to try to throw for this. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their 25-yard line. Here's Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
Pushes him over. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. To throw again is Wilson. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up with turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Touch 50, touch 50.
To throw is Wilson.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Previously, the understudy to Noah Fant, Albert Okwuegbunam finally gets a shot at the starting job in his 3rd season in the NFL. Plenty of us remember his 4.49 40-yard dash in 2020 Combine, so we know he's an athlete and can really stretch the field if they use him right in this offense. I'd say that play right there is a nice illustration of what to expect.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, 0-0-0. Punch left.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Double count right here, double count.
Wilson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Front left. Good.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wilson.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Cook. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
19.
Wilson to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's got room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get some?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
36 foul.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Patrick, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Good right. Go, 14.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach John Ford right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Good job right there,
They go play action now. Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Lance and company going on fourth down.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So, partner, we continue on here in overtime. We had the missed field goal on the opening drive and now the interception here on the second drive.
Yeah, so actually a reprieve, right? After missing the field goal, defense comes out, takes matters into their own hands, forces the interception. So I think you've got two huddles going on that sideline. One on offense, how do we play this? Are we going for a touchdown? Or do we put it back into the foot of the kicker again? And he's huddled with his long snapper and his holder. We'll tell him, don't worry about the last one. Just go ahead and knock this one down. Well, that turned out better than most of the passes they could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially